Sally and I at the Hollowell Steam and Heavy Horse Show. I'm here with my grandson, who's 6 years old. We're really looking forward to it. I'm Alan. I own a 45-foot narrowboat, have an interest in industrial heritage, transport and technology, and invite you to join me as I cruise, repair and maintain my boat and visit events and places of historic interest. There's just so much going on here. It's going to be very difficult to get it all in. I'm going to have to be very selective in what I show you today. There really is so much to see here. We've only just started looking around. To my right are the Dodgem cars. I'm sat in the Dodgem car at the moment, waiting to go off.
Which way it's still coming? We're a fool. We see this on the telly, don't we? 61. Yeah.
We're just making our way to the showground where the traction engines are. I can see them. Wow, what a lineup. That is something.
I guess it was similar to things like the Garrett and other, the Wallace small steam tractor. Those are the sort of things that came in. I think there was a law change prior to that. You had to have a two-man crew, and then they introduced a law change that for small tractors you could drive them solo. So there was a flurry of activity from the manufacturers to produce small steam tractors.
At that time, things were changing.
I don't know, maybe they were a bit later and they're certainly a bit quicker. This will do about 10 miles an hour flat out. But, it was mainly used, as you said on the way in, it was mainly used in towns for hauling. I've got a photo of an old one hauling a wagon with a load of beer barrels on the back, so that seems like a pretty good activity for it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you need to find the wagon and the barrels. You'd have some friends here, I think. Well, look, fantastic. So nice to see what, by definition, is a very unusual engine.
One, as you reminded me, no, he's 64 year out of date, what are we whittling about?
Bought by John Ball, 1904, transferred to Isenball.
5 years later, it turns around and bites you again. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Are you?
Yes, I'm wonderful, because I've got you amazing people to talk to. It's fantastic.
Was in North Yorkshire, just down the road from where I lived. I didn't know. So I went to see it, and a year later I bought it. Got it back again.
Yes, I mean, we're not going to embarrass anybody by saying, well, how much did that cost? But it's a huge investment, time, commitment, money, just unbelievable. But the end of the story is, my goodness, just look at that standing there. That is fantastic, isn't it? Thank you so much for being here this weekend with it. Wonderful. Thank you, wonderful, sir. 2, 1, blow those whistles! amazing. No matter how many times you see that, it is just the most extraordinary sight. So we're going to offer the invitation, really, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that we're now going to offer you the opportunity to have a go at driving a full-size steam engine. Anybody here, boys and girls, mothers and dads, absolutely everybody who'd like to come and have a go at this, come to the commentary box here and we'll form a queue. So it is so good of these drivers to put themselves forward for this. The miniature steam are going to peel off now. They're going back to their static display, and do go and have a look at the engines parked up. So my goodness, millions of pounds worth of steam engines in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, and we will then try and line you up with some of these magnificent engines. So we're just going to be 5 minutes while we move around. Some of them will stay, some of them will go. But if you'd like to have a go at driving a traction engine, now is your big chance. Some of them are staying, some of them are going. So we'll just have a bit of a re-jig round. And so our opportunity for charity steering. So come along here if you'd like to have a go, and we'll try and get you lined up with some of these engines. Could you take them round on your trailer? He's looking a bit reluctant. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Your donations are so much appreciated.
This looks like a half-scale engine. I might be wrong. I'm really impressed with what I've seen today. I knew there would be a lot of activity, but that is more than I was expecting, I have to say. Absolutely fantastic. And I hope you're enjoying watching.
In a little while, the children will be allowed in. This first in the ring, isn't that stunning? We think the fly past is going to be in 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, so keep your eyes open. Right, I'm handing over, thank you. A little bit on health and safety. If anything is to go wrong with the horses, and we do have the fly pass, at that time I shall have the horses held in the middle of the ring. As they're coming around, you can see horses here in tandem. We have Max leading out, slightly smaller. William is the shaft horse. William is over 19 hands. and they have behind them a tip cart from the Fens. These were made in their thousands, and they are the transit van, if you like, of the late 1800s, early 1900s, hay, etc. So a very useful vehicle, and the horses were worked in tandem. Obviously they have twice the power and no more width attached to it, so they can get up and down the narrow farm lanes. The steel band around the wheels there is around about 4 inches in width, so it's used to taking an awful lot of weight. Even down to the loading of the stooks of straw, that was done in a special way. Nothing at all was wasted.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was extraordinary.
The first people to introduce canals into this country, believe it or not, were the Romans. They did a tremendous amount for us, as we know, with roads, and they worked out that once a horse has started a load, a big load of coal, timber, whatever, then they could shift huge weights far more easier than they could on land. So there we have the authentic boat harness done out in the colours of the Staffordshire County, and they stand up very well. This horse is actually shot on the front. Right, Harry boy. Right, we've got Harry Timms here with Major Shire.
A nice array of Vauxhall cars here. With the American sort of styling and the wings on the back. Vauxhall Viva, not many of these seem to survive these days. And an even older Vauxhall here. Lovely that, isn't it? Really lovely. Some minis up here. I used to rally years ago in a mini. Had great fun in my teens. Wonderful. I had an MGF for 6 years. Rather like the green one at the back there. Bit of a mix of cars here. These are lovely, aren't they? I always say that, don't sound lovely. Need to find another word. This is a John Fowler engine of Leeds. Nice to see this working actually. Thank you.
Oh, God, that was a bit of a stretch, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're pretty sticky.
Certainly a lot of classic cars here. We're just making our way down to the horse stables. Mini moke here. Reminiscent of The Prisoner for those that watched it in the 60s.
Now this lovely 35 coming past me now has a platform another superdenser, so about 45 horsepower, probably about 62. Now Darren's going to tell us what games we're going to play. Oh, I don't know them. I think we have a closed reserve it's branch not really, little four, so I think we've got half a chance of getting it. It's wonderful, lovely to see this grey Fergie. Do you know over 500,000 of these were made?
In 1947 and Banneroni's obviously, then it went for a factory rebuild in 1959.
It's the Valkyrie Owners Club. This is a Honda. Oh, they're all Hondas. Honda Valkyries. I'm not really familiar with motorbikes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Very smart though, aren't they? Very smart indeed. Interesting array of bikes here. This is beautifully preserved. Quite a few Fords here. D, that would be about 1967. M, the one next to it, would be 1974. Quick wander over here. Quite a few listers here. It's nice to see when they're actually working and doing something. We hope you've enjoyed this look at the show. I know you haven't seen much of us. It's been dull all day. The sun is now trying to come out. My grandson is a bit tired. We've decided to move on. As usual, many thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Until next time, take the utmost care Look after yourselves, your friends and families. Bye for now. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.